Spider-Gwen versus King Loki. If you haven't been reading Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider, one of her most recent arcs has been a maximum banger. Quick look at the cover over here. Now we start off with King Loki appearing to Spider-Gwen while she was in trouble with Black Tarantula and his dad and all that shit. He teleported her 12.3 light years from Earth on an alien planet, right in the middle of a war, right into a nice looking panel where she's all dripped out looking like a space ranger. But one rule never changes: protect the people who can't protect themselves. But once King Loki appears, she makes it two rules. Shit can always get weirder. Now Loki's basically scamming for power. He wants what Spider-Gwen got. Flashback moment for when Black Tarantula took a bullet for a corrupt judge. As Black Tarantula's dying, King Loki portals in, trying to track down Gwen from Earth 65. Loki tells Gwen that she has the power to reverse everything that just happened. But in order to save Fabian, he needs her to come with him. But she don't trust his ass. She's all like, you want to restructure reality so that it never existed. But Loki tells her, I've been to the future, to alternate futures, alternate universes, and I've seen the end. And all of them end in tragedy. And look at this shot. I'm just loving Cosmic Gwen's story arc. Amazing artwork. Loki says that Gwen and Jean Grey are the only ones who are able to rewrite the universe with their powers. But Gwen doesn't want to change anything though. Loki's like, alright, challenge accepted. I'll be your guide to all things broken and vile. Where she just has to fight whoever's coming at her right now. But he tricks her and lets her know that these ruthless invaders that you just whooped are actually refugees from a dying planet. And then they just portal out again. This guy's taking her everywhere. They go to the last remaining planet where the atmosphere can support Olarian life. And here they are bum rushing her again. Like Loki's just putting her right in the middle of shit. See how he's fucking her over? Like he's just making her fight for her life while he's sitting watching and shit. He says, don't use your powers to save the people who want to kill you. And Gwen's starting to feel the pressure now. She's all like, this isn't what I signed up for. Actually, I didn't sign up for anything at all. But I need to focus, control these powers without Loki's help. And then kablamo, she let out too much energy and fucking destroyed everything around her. She starts tripping, I was trying to save them and now I didn't mean to. But Loki appears behind her, close your eyes. And fix the destruction, focus on the pain, your pain and tears. Let yourself feel all of it, Gwen. So this is pretty much emotion-based, sort of like a WandaVision situation. She remembers that Loki came to Earth 65 for the Cosmic Cube, but she ended up beating him to it. She establishes the third rule, that all heroics have consequences. She had to leave Earth 65 to ensure that King Loki couldn't destroy the universe. To ensure that King Loki couldn't use her, a living cosmic cube, as a weapon. Ending with this banger-ass panel when he's standing behind her looking like the devil and shit. Moving into issue 2, the horror that came from outer space. I was so hyped when these issues were coming out, but I was just too lazy to record it at the time. Starting off with the panel where Loki almost got the cosmic cube, but then a failsafe activated. Flashback panel on Earth 65 with her punk band. Jamming with Mary Jane on the lead. This is when the Cosmic Cube appears and then just hangs in the air, daring Gwen to do something about it. Intergalactic road trip with King Loki to prove that the universe doesn't need a reboot, so he wants to take her to the worst parts of the galaxy. He takes her to Solar Prime, a literal utopia, but perfection comes at a cost. Gwen's looking at the trees and the scenery and she's wondering, oh, well, so what's wrong with this place? Local alien kids pull up to her, telling her to fetch the ball, and she gets it. They're all shocked and shit, and she's like, whoa, what's the problem? And then the alien authorities pull up, trying to arrest her ass. She's all like, Loki? Loki says, like I said, Gwenny, show, don't tell. Alien cops are interrogating her. When did you first develop these psychic abilities? Gwen's dumbfounded, like, what the hell are you talking about? Increase the dampeners? It affects Gwen. Oh shit, I don't got psychic abilities, but I do have cosmic spider powers. Alien cops freak out. Code purple, I repeat, code purple! Action panel, Gwen starts fighting back, webbing them up. Whatever they're using to suppress psychic powers is having an effect on the cosmic cube inside of her. And then she finds it, the suffering of all the psychics on the planet, in one room, being used as batteries to power the planet, like the Matrix. Children were being tested for psychic abilities as soon as they were born, and if they show signs of it, they're taken below ground to be sacrificed and used as a psychic meal for the higher-ups. And Gwen's like, fuck this shit, this ends now. Heroes save people, that's the job. You see chains, you break them. I can free them, and not even a god can stop me. But what happens when breaking the chains breaks everything else too? The people bound in these chains weren't just prisoners, they were batteries also. And she just pulled the plug, everything starts breaking down, malfunctioning, exploding, shit like that. Gwen experiences the results. She starts to get buried under the rubble. She don't think she's special at all. Not like the motherfucking Phoenix. Pulling up at the last minute like a goddess. I got you, little sis. And this is what issue 3 is all about, the adventures of Cosmic Spider-Gwen and Jean Grey the Phoenix. Beautiful first panel. A phoenix is a symbol for rebirth, rising from the ashes stronger than before. But ashes come from fire, destruction, pain, and suffering. Gwen has all those down, except for the ability to transform into a beautiful cosmic bird. And Jean is just aura farming right now. She absorbed the whole psychic storm. Now Jean was drawn here because she sensed the screams of all the psychic minds of this planet calling out in pain simultaneously. She also senses the cosmic cube inside of Gwen, and Gwen's all like, I was playing with the Mary Janes, the sky opened up, yada yada yada, and Jean's all like, skip this, let me just check your mind real quick. Then we get this amazing looking panel where she's seeing all the memories, and then they go into Gwen's mind, and she wants the cosmic cube removed because now it's pretty much causing all this chaos, and she's starting to agree with Loki. And Jean notices that the cosmic cube seems pretty rooted in her mind, and because she's messing with it, it's digging deeper, integrating with her very being. And then a fucking monster shows up out of nowhere. It's basically the cube defending itself, but Jean can't handle it on her own. It's Gwen's mind, so Gwen has to join the fight also. It's time to show this cosmic cube what that means. She tells Gwen to trust her instincts, because Loki was trying to activate the cube with emotion, rage baiting her for her to lose control. Gwen needs to learn how to block all those feelings out, while Jean is telling her to stay focused, is trying to make her lose control, because yeah, she can hear her thoughts. She's in her mind after all. Then Gwen's all like, fuck it, I had enough. This is my mind, and if you're gonna be here, I'm in charge, bitch. While Jean is all like, I'm impressed. They share a bonding moment. Nice. They're basically sisters now since she knows everything about her. The drumming, Fabian, and Gwen's all like, oh shit, you seen all that? My gooning sessions? But Jean says you gotta face Loki on your own, cause I kinda got a reality bending issue of my own to deal with. But if you need me, I'll be a few galaxies away. Sisters for life. While scheming ass Loki was sitting there eavesdropping the whole time. How boring. She's got all this power, but she's a total snooze fest. Anyway, let's get the fuck out of here. And Gwen's so confident now, she's all like, nah, little snake. You're right, the universe does have problems, but it don't change the fact that every universe you had control over turns to shit. And they teleport to a planet where Loki's all like, oh shit, no, not here, no. As we continue into issue 14, and this is my favorite cover out of all these 5. She just posted up like she's the new cosmic queen, Aura. And in this issue, we're picking up with Ouroboros, OB. Hey, what's up, my name is OB. I work in the basement at TVA with computers. You give them good input, they give you good output. But now I'm in the field. No matter how much good input I provide, the output is usually terrifying. Back to Gwen and Loki. Loki's lore dropping. Yeah, I built this world, all of it. It was perfect. And Gwen's all like, yeah, just look at your throne, empty and fucked up. And Loki's all like, that's the only reason why I am the right person to save your universe. My failures are experience. And then a fucking space monster comes out of nowhere, screaming out, Father! Oh shit, what the fuck is this? Gwen's powering up. Loki, you better start spilling tea before I punch this thing out, destroying shit. Monster's all pissed off, talking about they abandoned us. Loki basically created all these creatures and left them to die. And he's all like, wait, you don't understand, I had no choice. And he even gave them names, like one of them is named Theodore. But Gwen finally decides to step in, starts webbing up. Loki uses his scepter to attack one of them. Then he squares up, back to back with Gwen. He actually created this place when he was much younger, filled with optimism. He just wanted something to rule over. Beautifully drawn action panel over here. It's 2v all. Any creature wants it, they can get it. But then Loki hears a voice calling out for him. And it's this Hulk-ass looking Loki variant. He looks like an absolute monster. And you would think he would be pissed about his arrival, but he's all like, welcome back, brother! We kept the ruins as a reminder of our origins, because as monsters, many view us as broken. But we have evolved since. And Loki's all like, oh shit, here he goes again, I hate metaphors. But this variant gave himself a purpose. I am Loki Laufeyson, king of the monsters. Then Loki gets mad, Jelly starts crashing out. I am not your brother. I am the superior Loki. You are just a grotesque mistake. Then Gwen steps in. Calm your jealous ass down, Loki. I beat your ass before. And then he says, you dare challenge a god? And she's all like, bitch, I'm a living cosmic cube. Blast his ass to the back. Look at these amazing panels. I love this artwork. 1v1, Cosmic Spider-Gwen versus King Loki. But scheming ass Loki just pulls some sucker shit and throws his scepter all the way to the King of Monsters Loki and impales him from the back through the chest. Gwen goes to help and then OB shows up. OB, get me the hell out of here already. As we go into the last issue with Baddie Gwen, we made it, y'all. Let's get it. And Gwen on this cover reminds me of the Gwen from Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man films. But we pick back up with Loki monologuing. I created you, I gave you life, and yet you bow to another lesser version of me. While the rest of the monsters are seeking revenge, shit's getting chaotic. OB tells Gwen that there's reinforcements on the way. And Gwen's all like, how soon, OB? No one can hear us scream in space. And this top panel right here looks sick, by the way. Gwen's doing like a speed drop kick on his ass, like how M. Bison does on Street Fighter. But Gwen notices that her energy blasts aren't really doing that much damage because these monsters are healing from it. She's freaking out. Where the hell's that backup at, OB? Surprise, bitch. Are we fashionably late? It's Captain Carter and Gambit. And Gambit wanted to make a dramatic ass entrance. And this is why it's good to always have friends, because these are the people she met from her time in the TVA, and they're here to fuck shit up. And those two alone are taking on the monster horde. While Gwen goes for the 1v1 with King Loki, main character shit, she rushed his ass. Where you going, motherfucker? It's rude to leave the party so early and expect everyone else to clean up your mess. But of course, Loki's a cosmic goon, so he's making it real fucking hard for her. You don't deserve the cosmic cube, Gwen. You are unworthy. Motherfuckers teleporting everywhere and Gwen's just kicking up dust now, punching the air. And Gwen's just being overwhelmed. She's ready to give up. Is this how my story ends? And then she hears a voice. They end up back in her mindscape where she's talking to a cosmic cube version of herself. And she tells her exactly what she needs to hear. If you're unhappy about your ending, then rewrite the ending. King Loki is your fight, it's your story, and we should be done letting others write parts of it for us. She hands her a pen for a metaphor, and Gwen has a Scott Pilgrim moment. She's like, you're right, it's time to get a life. Cut back to the battle with Peggy, Gambit, and OB. They're fighting as best they can, but they're getting surrounded. But King of Monsters Loki just walks back up out of nowhere. The motherfucker got a regen. Enough! And with the power of the cosmic cube, Gwen is just speaking things into existence now. She's writing her story. First she says Loki gets a staff and then falls into a pit of sharks and then volcano. And then he ends up in a TVA with the mighty Morbius. Then she rewrites the moment where Fabian takes a bullet from his dad, saving the corrupt judge. Now that everyone got their ending, she doesn't want the same thing for herself. Instead, she wants something different. Mix it up with something fresh, something new. A new beginning on Earth 616. Yeah, this is her world now. Waking up on a nice sunny day, goes down to the kitchen with Pops. My name is Gwen Stacy, and I was bitten by a radioactive spider, and this is where my story begins. New city, new me, new band. She didn't want to rewrite the multiverse, just her life. So now she doesn't have the cosmic cube fused to her anymore. She doesn't have her symbiote suit. Fabian is alive, and his dad's in prison for attempted murder. She sees her first purse snatcher, and she jumps right into action. But not having the symbiote suit is kind of awkward, because now she has to physically change in public. But the cosmic cube actually restored her spider powers. And it gave her suit a whole new look. Look at the drip. It's fucking sick. I'm loving this panel. This is how she's gonna look for her next 10-issue story. And she's kind of rusty while having her old school powers, because the perp called her ass out on it. And she's all like, at least I didn't steal a purse, motherfucker. But oh shit, we have a symbiote hiding in the sewers lurking. And we saving that for the next story. But this story was peak sci-fi, mate. Dealing with Loki is like dealing with Mephisto. Actually, I don't even know which one's worse. Marvel should adapt this arc into a film or an anime. More Spider-Gwen coming soon. See ya.